歡迎乘搭觀光列車輕鐵發現號前往天日，祝大家旅途愉快。歡迎乘搭觀光列車輕鐵發現號前往天意，祝大家旅途愉快。Welcome to the Flight Well Voyager Solid-Speed train to Pyeongyang. We hope you have a pleasant journey.
下一站大棠路，呢個係元朗名物嘅集中地，傳名中外嘅老婆餅向前衝發，仲有懷舊裝潢嘅人氣茶居，點心手工製作，味道一流㗎。行去右新街，仲有好多唔同嘅小食，落車行過去做街就啱晒啦。
下一站大棠路，这里是元朗特色美食的集中地。享誉中外的老婆饼香甜风化，还有怀旧装潢的人气茶馆，点心手工制作，味道一流。走到右新街，还有许多不同的小吃，下车后去逛逛正合适。Next stop, Tai Thong Road. This area is a hub for Yunlong specialties. The famous white cakes are sweet and flaky. There is a popular dim sum tea house with nostalgic decor, offering handmade dim sum with exceptional flavors. A stroll through Yao San Street will lead you to many different snack stores, making it perfect for a food exploration. 下一站康乐路，附近有远近闻名的虾子面、弹牙多汁的手工制作牛丸，还有香浓可口的沙爹牛肉面，都是元朗居民的最爱。Next up, Hong Lok Road. You can enjoy the famous shrimp roll noodles, the juicy and bouncy beef balls, and the flavorful Hong Kong-style satay beef noodles. These delicacies are beloved by the locals in Yunlong. 呢度混雜咗特色小食、魚蛋粉、港式甜品、水果涼粉，甚至日系嘅懷舊風咖啡，應有盡有，係人氣嘅美食天堂。下一站丰年路，这里汇聚了许多特色小店，有鱼蛋粉、港式甜品、水果凉粉， 甚至还有日式怀旧风的咖啡馆，种类繁多，是一个人气美食天堂。Next up, Fun Ning Road. This area is filled with unique local eateries, offering fishball noodles, Hong Kong-style desserts, grass jelly with fruit, and even nostalgic Japanese-style cafes. It's a paradise for food lovers.
下一站水邊圍，旁邊嘅元朗公園環境清幽，你除咗可以欣賞百鳥塔觀鳥內，塔頂仲可以欣賞到元朗以及天水圍嘅廣闊城市景觀，人氣嘅北歐風小屋啱嚟打卡。當然唔少得去埋大草地野餐，食飽仲可以喺湖畔散散步添。
下一站水边围，旁边的元朗公园环境优美，除了可以登上白鸟塔观察鸟类，塔顶还能欣赏到元朗和天水围的广阔城市景观。人气的北欧风格小屋非常适合拍照打卡，当然也少不了去大草地野餐。吃饱后还可以在湖边散步。Next up, Shui Pin Y. Right next to us is the Yuan Long Park. You can visit the aviary pagoda for some bird watching. And from the top, you'll enjoy a panoramic view of Yuan Long and Pin Shui Y. The popular Scandinavian-style cabin is perfect for photos. Of course, don't miss the chance to have a picnic on the lawn and take a walk by the lake. 附近有人世咖啡店俾你慢慢發掘。講開皮山，自然就會講到圍村嘅獨有語言圍頭話。等我考考你哋嚟，圍頭話問蟹到底係咩意思呢？原來係睇作你好叻啊！ 下一站平山，附近有影視咖啡店，等你慢慢發掘。Next up, Pingshan. Nearby, you will find some charming independent coffee shops for you to have that little coffee fix.
喺呢度，大家可以參觀到香港首條文物徑——屏山文物徑。 其中鄧氏宗祠已經超過700年歷史，你都可以試下創意肉仔飯，芝士、芒果、咖喱，款款都有，分量十足，街坊至愛啊！記得趁熱食啦。當然唔少得傳統配菜，亦都可以喺度揾到。仲有網上被譽為香港最美圖書館嘅平山公共圖書館啦，簡約清新嘅室內設計，打開一樓啊！
下一站亨尾村，在这里下车可以参观香港首条文物径平山文物径，其中邓氏宗祠已有超过700年历史。附近还可以尝试创意肉饼饭、芝士、芒果、咖喱，款式都有，分量十足，是当地人的最爱。还有被誉为香港最美图书馆的平山公共图书馆，简约清新的室内设计，拍照非常好看。Next up, handmade shoes. You can visit the Pingshan Heritage Trail here, Hong Kong's first heritage trail. The town's clan ancestral hall boasts a history of over 700 years. After walking around the trail, you can try the unique pork patty rice nearby, available in flavors like cheese, mango, and curry, generously portioned as a local favorite. Be sure to spend some time to relax at the Pingshan Public Library, often considered as the most beautiful library in Hong Kong, featuring a minimalist and fresh interior design that's perfect for photos. 嚟到天水圍一定要去超過600年歷史，已經成為香港法定古蹟嘅地標聚星樓。除此之外，附近亦都有著名嘅冰室，有當地人推薦嘅冰川奶茶同埋特色菠蘿包。喺呢度轉乘港鐵巴士 K65，仲可以去下白泥，欣賞紅樹林同埋泥灘嘅日落美景影相。當然少得去流浮山品嚐美味嘅海鮮啦。下一站天水圍，一定要去超過600年歷史、為香港法定古蹟的地標聚星樓。附近的著名中式有當地人推薦的冰花奶茶和特色菠蘿包，附近還有時尚的精品咖啡店，在這裡換乘港鐵巴士 K65，還可以去下白泥欣賞紅樹林和泥灘的日落美景拍照。當然，少不了去遊福山享用一頓海鮮。Next stop, Tin Shui Wai. Visit the curious Ding Lao Pagoda, which boasts a rich history of over 600 years, and is one of the declared monuments in Hong Kong. Besides, you can find the famous Hong Kong-style cafe in the neighborhood, Well known for its signature icy milk tea and pineapple bun, both highly recommended by locals. There's also a stylish coffee roaster in the area. You may also change to the K65 MTR bus to Pac 9, where you can enjoy stunning sunset views of the mangroves and mudflats, perfect for taking photos. And of course, don't miss the chance to visit Lao Fao Shan for some delicious seafood.
溫我貝貝探索紅樹林湖候鳥，走入濕地保護區，一齊感受奇妙生態啦！
下一站湿地公园，想看小湾鳄贝贝，探索红树林和候鸟，走入湿地保护区，一起感受奇妙生态。Next stop, Wetlands Park. Home to the beloved crocodile Kui. You can explore the mangroves and observe migratory birds. Step into the wetland reserve and explore the amazing ecosystem together.
仙人，想玩水上單車、撈金魚、BBQ，呢度就啱晒你啦！附近有個大型皇崗，一家大細可以親親大自然，開心放電。
下一站金义，想玩水上自行車、钓金鱼和烧烤。附近有大型农庄，适合全家亲近自然，开心放松。Next stop, Kenya. Looking to ride water bikes, fish for goldfish, and enjoy a barbecue? The family leisure farm nearby is perfect for the whole family to experience nature and have fun together. 聽日本班列車已抵達尾站。天意，本班列車已到達終點站。聽日 ，This train now stops service。多謝乘搭觀光列車輕鐵發現號，謝謝乘搭觀光列車輕鐵發現號。Thank you for traveling on the Lightwell Voyager sightseeing train.
呢
对。